Hey, what's up guys? Tony here, and you're watching some more real life racing with me. This is from tonight's runs. I had 10 runs over at Qualcomm Stadium at Race Legal. So tonight would have been, I guess, well, I'm recording this is the 5th, but it was December 4th. Like I said, I got 10 runs in, so I'm going to show all those 10 runs. But I figured, unlike the last video I posted, I thought what I would do is just kind of preface it a little bit. So going into this, my last video, I was messing around with camera angles and just trying to get a good idea where to put the GoPro. And then between that time, obviously you can see that I found a way to attach it to my helmet. And so I'm also using an audio connection that I haven't quite figured out yet. Hopefully I'll be able to figure it out soon. Tim Rebel Forged, he sent me the link to the microphone, and so I think what I might have to do is just sort of mount it better. I think what it is that it kind of is free shaking, and I think because I put it right underneath my steering wheel, so I think that might be causing the weird noises you hear. So I'm going to do my best in the next couple weeks to sort of work it out, and then maybe the next time I go racing it won't be so bad. But I think it's an improvement from the GoPro's standard microphone. So anyways, onto the specifics. So last time I posted a video, so the last racing that I did was on the November 11th, and so the car was mostly stock. It was, by mostly stock I mean it's stock with a Cobb cold air intake, and that's it. And so in the description below I'll put the mods list. So this time around the car is essentially the same, with the exception of during the last few weeks I bought a Cobb what's called Access Port version 3, and so I'm using Cobb's OTS stage 1, it's a 91 octane tune, and so the tune itself is rather dramatic. I mean, there's significantly more power. The problem is though is the way that they've structured the curve. So the car was really torquey in the bottom end stock, but now with the OTS stage 1, all that power is applied to the top end, so it's definitely faster in the top end, but it just has lost a little bit of the low end that I'm used to. And also the one thing you'll see is in the first race, I ran with my traction control on because I'd done some reading in the forums, for the SD forums, and there were guys who were the guys who did a lot of drag racing. They would run with the launch control on for the Cobb, and then they would run the traction control on. And so I was like, well, if they're going to do that, sure, why not? Well, I found I got bogged down pretty good. I still beat the GTI that I was racing against, but it just bogged me down. So the other part is that throughout the night I was figuring out like a good RPM to launch from. So the first night I just was trying to figure out the lights and how everything was working, and just the tree, because they've got the 2 lanes, and I was just trying to find out how they balance that out. So I had a lot of missed opportunities as far as getting good reaction times, but I got that figured out. Actually got caught off guard once or twice. I was looking, I thought the other lane was going to go, and sure and shit, I looked over, I'm like, oh crap, we're going. So a couple times I got caught my pants down, but whatever. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so basically I found that around 2,000 RPMs is for me, it's like the good range to launch the vehicle. But I'm still having, as you'll notice, there's a couple of clips in here where it's pretty dramatic, where I'm having issues with wheel hop. I'm having issues with traction is a big thing. So right now my car came with factory 18-inch wheels, and they're sort of semi-low pro tires, and I ended up letting out a little bit of air, but it really didn't make that much of a difference as far as like the squishiness of the tire. But I mean, it might have helped my times, because I had significantly better times and a little bit better traction. But so anyways, from here on out, the next time I run, I hope to have my Cobb rear motor mount installed, and from what I've read and what I understand, that it should improve the wheel hop and the traction, and so I should be able to hook up, because my 6-foot times right now are ranging between, sometimes I hit a 2.5, but usually I'm sitting here in like the 2.6 for 60-foot times. And the car, Car and Driver, when they tested it, the stock vehicle did like a 2.1 60-foot. So that's a professional driver. I'm definitely not that. I'm just still learning how to drive this car as far as launching is concerned. I've only had it a few months, and this is really the most aggressive that I've consistently aggressive that I've driven the car. But I'll tell you, with the tune that I have, it pulls like hell in the top end. It's a really fun car to drive. I haven't tested it in a high speed sort of races. I've been sticking to the track. I'm being a good little boy. So Anyways, without any further ado, I'm just going to get on with the racing, and I hope you guys enjoy. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I shall talk to you guys later.
Traction control, no bueno. Evo. I was pulling on that Evo though. Holy crap. Stutter when I shift into third. like when somebody hits the 8 ball into the wrong bucket or early, that's when I get a win.